I've actually never gone live before, so this is just a quick experiment. I'm feeling creative and experimental, so bear with me. Let's have a look at your cards. So I like to share my gifts, and I like to give a lot of free offerings to you guys, and many of you love the card readings, so I'm going to ask you to take a few breaths, place your energy into these cards. And it's saying rotate device, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Hang on a second. Okay, how am I going to set this up? Let's try this. This is a disaster. Oh my god. I'll laugh about this tomorrow. Okay. Y'all, I am not designed for this modern technological lifestyle for sure. I know, I'm live. Can you believe it? Blue vibes. It's shocking. This is such a technological advancement for me, guys, so I just have to laugh. Anyway, and I'm waiting on a phone call, which is probably going to come in the middle of this. But anyway, look, I'm living for the moment. We're being present. We're being mindful. How are you? Anne, I hope you're well. I hope you're having a lovely new year. Hi to Ella. Hi to Alfred. Hi to Seascape. Hi to Melanie. Hi to everybody. So let's get on with this card reading before some crazy shit happens. Because my energy field, my aura has always had a big impact on technology. I remember when I was working in the library years ago, and every time I would walk by, hi in September, how are you? It's so great to connect with you in the moment. You're very welcome. But every time I'd walk by the computers, the staff, we had this running joke. They're like, if the computers went down, they're like, Aveen's around, Aveen's somewhere. Because people who have a very, very psychic antenna and have very wide, strong, bright auras, empaths, right? People who are spiritual teachers and have that connection. Especially crystal souls. Crystals and computers don't mix. And as you know, I'm part crystal, okay? I'm crystal and Blu-ray. So it's always interesting when it comes to technology. Crystals often reject or refuse to get indoctrinated into the artificial intelligence world because the EMF it gives off is not very, very good for our energy, for anybody, but especially for those of us who identify as crystal souls. Here we are. Place your energy into those cards, taking a deep breath. So whoever is viewing right now, I'm going to place your energy into the cards. I'm shuffling on behalf of the souls who are watching right now. Let's see what the angels of light have to say to you. Taking a deep breath. And we have faith. Faith is such a powerful quality that it moves mountains. Who's that? Bernard West. Hey, good to see you at home. Lazy evening. Hi, Bernard. It's great to see you. Happy New Year, Bernard. I hope you're having a good time. And I hope you haven't turned into a rat, as we were saying before. You're in the rat race, but you don't have to become a rat. So you got faith. You need to keep the faith. You need to buoy up your faith. Faith is such a powerful quality that it moves mountains. Angel wisdom reminds you, however, not to have blind faith in people or situations. Use common sense and discernment and never give your power to another. Instead, put your faith in yourself and the higher powers. Pray with integrity from your still, wise center and know that your request will be granted. Act as if it has already manifest. That is faith. Your angel guidance is to increase your faith in the infinite. And the affirmation is, I have faith in the support of the universe. And if you listened to my podcast on my Telegram channel, which went in depth into the January themes and frequencies and energy forecast, and if you watch the video, which I posted yesterday on YouTube, which was a synopsis of those energy themes, I feel that this card of faith really ties in with the energy right now. We talked about how the angels and I talked about how there's a feeling of invigoration and wanting to dive into this new energy, new happy new year. You know, it's all gung-ho, but we're being asked to allow the energy, the signature of those frequencies to be enough and not to make rash decisions at this time. There are several planets that are retrograde, so they're in a weak position. They're not moving forward strong, and you don't want to make big, sharp, bold movements when you don't have the energy to back you up. So I thought what really stood out to me with this message, and this is particularly for someone, angel wisdom reminds you, however, not to have blind faith in people or situations. Use common sense and discernment and never give your power to another. Instead, put your faith in yourself and your higher powers. So perhaps you have been investing a lot of time and energy into somebody or something, and you are making that person, you're putting that person on a pedestal instead of actually looking at yourself. And many times we can distract ourselves with other people and other shiny things outside of ourselves so that we don't have to look at what's actually going on inside. And we don't have to review our feelings and emotions and maybe check in with ourselves. So reflect upon how you're spending your energy. And I spoke in the energy forecast about 2022 being the year of the why. And why are we asking why, right? Why are we having to explore and experiment with the why? It's because we are being asked to look at our daily routines. We're being asked to look at our unconscious activities. And also the activities that we force upon ourselves. Some people think that they need to have very harsh, strict routines in their lives. And I'm not saying there isn't value in routine, because there is. But some of us have ignored our inner child's yearnings, our inner child's longings and direction and guidance in favor of the ego's fear-driven routine. So you might wake up in the morning and just feel that you need to move your body that day. But the ego might say, we don't have time for that. We have to do this, this, and this. And we have to tick all these boxes so that we can be seen as a worthy citizen of the world. Where the inner child is actually looking for an expression of fun, or needs some relief, or might need some rest. There are many people and many societies that are driven from fear, driven from a place of lack, and let's be honest, control, okay? There are many societal structures that run on a basis of control. And it's important that you are sovereign in your daily choices, that you are sovereign in how you're spending your time, and that you're getting to choose how that plays out in your everyday life. And I'm not saying that we don't have responsibilities. We do. We all have responsibilities. But there are ways that we can balance the things that we have to take care of with the creative inner child, innocent part of ourselves that also needs expression and needs an outlet. So it could be something as simple as you've been thinking about setting up a YouTube channel and you've been afraid about that, but there's a creative side of you that wants to do that, but you're just not making the time. Well, this is a good time to actually get creative, get focused, make a plan of action, how you're going to move forward with that. So January is definitely a great time to plan, and it's a great time to think ahead of how you want this year to look. So start dreaming, start reflecting, and start getting playful in how you spend the hours of your day. And it's a great time to experiment. I'm actually experimenting doing this live as an example of doing something outside your comfort zone, doing something completely outside of the box. Happy New Year, darling. Happy New Year, Denise. Thanks so much for your lovely message. Happy New Year. So I wonder, are you feeling the lighter vibrations that came with this new year? I definitely did. November and December was one of the darkest purges of human consciousness. So those of you that contain and hold a space for humanity to evolve and are actually channels of humanity may have felt that you were brought into a very deep, dark, yes, Denise, 100%, yeah. You may have felt prior to this shift into this new cycle that you were brought into some dark stuff, and sadness that like just wasn't even yours. It wasn't relevant to your life, but you could feel that the earth was purging her sadness, that the earth was having a big detox of negative programs, negative belief systems, and not just your own but everybody else's. It's like the past 2 years are the twin sister years, 2020 and 2021, and they brought humanity into a deep, dark night of the soul so that many more could wake up and look at how they're spending the hours. Because how we spend the hours is how we spend our lives. So how are you spending your hours? Are you connecting? Are you making time for the people that you love and care about? Because something I've noticed, and it's something that the angel said to me recently, was, if you're feeling a little bit blue or something and you say, right, I'm going to get busy, I'm going to start cleaning out my wardrobe, I'm going to clean out my drawers, the angels were like, that's great, you want to clean out your drawers or you want to tidy your room or hoover the house, okay? But when you're an old woman, hey beauty, hi Jenny, how are you? Hi Jeffrey, hi everybody, this is really nice. Oh, thank you so much for those messages, thank you. I'm trying to multitask here. It's been a busy day. What was I saying? Yeah, cleaning out the drawers. And the angels were like, that's great, but like, what about connection? Cleaning out your drawers is not going to keep you company when you're an old woman in your rocking chair. You're not going to look back in your life and say, God, I had a great time that day when I cleaned out the drawers and filled up all those charity bags. We need to start prioritizing. Clean your drawers when there's really nothing else to do. But if you can ring a friend, if you can go and knock on a friend's door, and that's what I did. I went and sat with my friend and just had an old-fashioned belly laugh. It was really lovely, and that's really good for us. It's good for our hormones. It helps us feel connected. So maybe maybe you're spending too much time in the gym. Maybe you're spending too much time working. Maybe you're spending too much time trying to be this perfect human being instead of just actually connecting and allowing yourself to be human and allowing yourself to indulge in what your inner child is actually asking of you, which is to have those belly laughs with a good friend or to visit a family member that you haven't seen in some time. So yeah, that's I think we are really being asked this year to look at why are we spending our time in the way that we do. And the big question, is it satisfying? Are you satisfied living your life like that? So let's have a look at some other cards. I haven't used these ones in ages. These are the Goddess guidance cards. God, these are so old. Like, these take me right back to being a really, really young girl. Placing your energy into those cards there now. Take a deep breath, asking your angels, Mother, Father, God, for some guidance. I'm just reading some messages here, whenever possible, transcribing love letters from my World War II soldier grandpa to my grandmother before they married. Hundreds of them. Oh, Jenny, that is wonderful. How do I get that back up? Oh, I'm trying to... Okay. Jenny, that is just gorgeous. How lucky you are to have those love letters between your grandmother and your grandpa. That is really nice. Oh my God, that's an amazing piece of history and lineage right in your hands. So who else is here? Lucy Kate. Hi, Lucy. So happy I caught this live. Thank you. Hi, Jeffrey. Don't worry about spelling my name, Jeffrey. Everybody gets it wrong. You love old cards. Yeah, I know. I'm the same. There's just something about them, isn't there? Okay, let's shuffle here. So think about what you seek guidance on. Think about what you need. Think about where you'd like some direction from your angelic family. Okay, that's it. They told me to stop. Ah, this is Itchel, the medicine woman. I actually love this card. I remember I did a little painting of it years ago. It's actually interesting. One of my really good friends had a beautiful baby girl there just before Christmas, and she actually called her this name, Itchel. That's the way she pronounces it. I'm sure there's different ways to pronounce it. You are a channel for divine healing power. Yes, you are. So many of you getting this message right now, you know that you're a channel. You know that you are able to access those divine codes and those frequencies. And for some of you, I'm feeling there's a lot of fear or uncertainty around that. Perhaps you doubt yourself a lot and you feel insecure about it. So let's talk about channeling, because that card is all about channeling. As you can see, she's channeling the universe there, source energy. So yes, you are a channel for divine healing power. So that's your confirmation. Channeling is, and I actually did some channeling today with some clients. So channeling can be expressed in different ways. It can be, so when I'm chatting away here with you guys, I'm channeling, I'm tuning into my higher self, my inner being. I'm allowing the angels to give me blocks of thought that I can translate on your behalf, okay? But then when I'm working with a client, I will go into a deeper state of channeling where I'll actually close my eyes, step aside, Aveen steps aside, and then you feel there's a meeting. There's a connection between the two. Hi, Marty. How are you? Happy New Year to you. Greetings, greetings. Okay. So yes, there is this merging. Thanks, Marty. Yeah, this is going to be my year. I'm claiming this year. So you should claim this year too. We all should. This meeting of this connection, this stepping aside of the personality, the ego self steps aside to allow in the higher source energy. The first few times you do it, it will blow your socks off. Like, you'll actually take days to recover. Like, it's so intense the first time you actually get that connection plugged in. It's like being electrocuted, but in a really good way. I remember the first few times I did it, I had to rest for days after, and I felt like somebody had, like I'd done a load of drugs or something, and I'd been on a high, and then you have to readjust back into your human level, your human self. So it's really, really crazy. Yes, Jenny, days to recover. It's so true. I know. That was God. I remember that. And it actually kind of scared me because I thought, oh my God, if I have to do this with every client, I'm going to, like, my mind is literally going to be blown. Like, I'm actually going to blow a socket, like. And of course, that's not what happens, because the more you practice, the more you do it, the more your frequency expands. So you're able to allow that connection. You're able to allow those energies to come in on a much calmer level than when you first. So it's like the first time you do anything, the first time you lift weights, first big weightlifting session you do, your muscles really feel it, right? The next few days you're like, oh God, I'm tired, my muscles are sore, because your muscles are not used to that. Well, it's the very same with channeling. When you first make those connections, it's such a high clear frequency, it's such a pure, potent energy. It's like someone plugged you into an electric socket. So there is an adjustment period. But if you are meant to channel, if it's part of your life's purpose to be a channel and a teacher, you will want to work through that, and you will do it more and more, and as you do, you will acclimatize yourself to those frequencies and to that new experience. So now it doesn't have any, like I said, I was channeling earlier. It's like flicking a switch now. It's like, okay, I need to channel. And sometimes in a session, the nameless ones, which are angelic in nature, they will say, we need you to step aside. And I will say, even though that person will have had no expectation of me to channel, I will say, I need to bring this message. And it will be very quick. It'll be just, I close my eyes and they come in straight away. So it all depends on the frequency of the person who's receiving. Now, another thing I want to share, another little bit of wisdom I've learned about channeling is, if the person that you're channeling for is not able to receive that information, if they're not ready for that high frequency information, the nameless ones, or whoever you channel, because who you channel will be different. We all channel different fractals or different extensions of source energy. They won't be able to come in a clear way. So the angels or the nameless ones that I channel will often say, we can only match the questions or the intention of the client. So it's a triangle with channeling. You have at the top, you have source energy that you're channeling. There's the channel, and then there's the person, the client you're channeling for. And it's a triad of energy. It's a triad of connection, of experience. It's really beautiful. It's very powerful and very, very beautiful. Many people cry when I channel because they feel the impact of the healing energy, and it takes them by surprise. So I always say to clients, have questions ready. Come with the intention of, I want to know this. I want to know the solution or answer to this question. because you're lining up the momentum of the angels to answer that question, and it's creating a momentum. It's setting things up in a beautiful way. What they also mean by that is they're not really allowed to quantum leap you. They can only bring you as far as you're ready to go. But I often say to clients, they will go as deep down the rabbit hole as you allow them. So if you're ready to receive some really leading edge information, they will go there with you. In fact, they're very excited when somebody who's highly conscious, highly spiritually aware comes with an intention of really going deep and really learning, and they will happily go there. But they always respect the universal laws. So they're not going to take you from here to here and like basically, blow the voltage with you if you're not ready for that. Cheyenne, how are you, honey? Happy New Year. How's it going? It's great to see you. It's great to see you. So yeah, channeling is very, very interesting. It began with me, I felt it as a child. And then I think because I got so much negative reactions from my friends, like they were like, you're strange, you're weird, you're talking to yourself. I was always singing light language. They were like, oh, thanks, Cheyenne. Happy New Year, honey. Great to see you. I hope you're feeling good. I probably just shut it down. I don't remember making a decision to shut it down, but I kind of turned away from it for a while. And then I felt it again at times in my teens, and then in my 20s when I was in Melbourne, Australia, I think it was there before then, but because I was out of my routine, back to routines. Hi Judith, Happy New Year! Happy New Year, darling. I hope you're well. Thanks for being here. Because there's a lot to be said for breaking up your routine and doing things differently. That's why on holidays we often have enlightening moments and we often have breakthroughs in our consciousness, because we're not allowing the ego to run our daily schedule. We're not ignoring the inner prompts of the inner child. So when I was in Australia, I was way out of my comfort zone, way out of my routine. I was at a point in my life where I was ready to try something completely different and new. So I was open, right? I was wide open. And it started to happen. I could just feel them in my head, in my neck. And they kept spelling things, and they kept repeating the same messages, and they were like, can you hear us? Like, please pay attention to us. Don't shut this down. Don't ignore this. Don't write this off as some wild imagining. So I was able to, just reading Jenny's message. Yeah, we are who we are. Yeah, very true, Jenny. Because I had space and time available at that time, it was a lovely open space time in my life, I was able to explore it, and I was able to devote my time to it instead of being caught up in the daily grind. And that served me greatly, because I haven't looked back since. And another thing I will say with channeling is just be aware that you are open, and when you're wide open, you need to have clear intentions and boundaries about what you're open to, because you don't want to allow in energies that are not of pure intention. Right, back to the cards. Let's go with these. Fairy cards. Placing your energy into them. Placing the viewer's energy into the cards. Shuffle, shuffle. This is such a little joyful experiment. I think I'll do these more often, but I was really scared to do. I tried to do this before and it just didn't work. But I wish you guys could be on the screen and I could actually properly interact with you. Here we are. Okay? Everything's okay. Zoom party, lol. Yeah. But I'm gonna have to do something like that, Cheyenne. I'll have to do, so everything's okay. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. Look at that gorgeous angel. Or fairy angel. Yeah. I love when I get that card. It's like, oh, okay. Jenny says, my 18-year-old cat loves your voice. He won't stop trying to sit on the iPad. Yeah, well, as a light language, as a spiritual healer, I have light codes in my voice. So that's why many people really like my voice. And with some of the people I worked with in the past, especially in Kumai Lodge, there was a particular lady who used to say, I can't meditate to anyone else's voice. I try to do the videos and I can't do it. I'm so used to, I like your voice. And I mean, I think it was because she was familiar with my voice because we would meditate every day. But yeah, there are like some healers have light codes and tones in their voice, and when they do light language especially, it's really powerful to break through any negative blocks in people's energy. So Vicky Downey, hello Vicky. I'm assuming you're connected to Cheyenne. How are you? Bernard West, can you say hi to Cheyenne for me? Thanks. Cheyenne, Bernard says hello. You too, huh? My sister came in. I had an idea that's your sister. Hi, Vicky. How are you? Very welcome. So let's pluck another card. Cheyenne, Bernard is sending you so much love. We're twins, she says. And there's Kat. How are you, Kat? Great to see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay. What message do you have for the viewers right now? I've just got a really clear message there about something about a bracelet. There's somebody who's wearing a bracelet. And thanks, Kat. Happy New Year, honey. Somebody's wearing a bracelet or has found or came across a bracelet, and it's from somebody in spirit. And they want you to know, that they know you have that bracelet and they know you're wearing it, and they're really, really happy about that. And they're saying that they wouldn't want anyone else in the universe to have that bracelet but you. So I'm just being shown this beautiful bracelet. And every time you touch that bracelet and think about that person, they're there. So understand that in spirit, when people transition back to God, back to source, non-physical, when you call them, they always show up for you. Now, I'm not saying you'll always feel them, because if you're in a very low energy, in a low vibe, in a low vibration, you're not going to be a match to their frequency, because when people go back to source, they're in a very high frequency. So in order to access them, you need to lift up your energy and lift your frequency up. But know that they are there. And if you are receptive, you will receive that. Oh my God, the bracelet. Okay, Grandma's from the letters. She woke me up to find it. Ah, that's brilliant. I'm really glad that message got to you. I'm just trying to see. Right, let's pull some cards. Okay, we'll leave it there. Right. Okay, business venture. Somebody's going to go on a business venture. So this is all about money and gold and expanding your business. Oh, Jenny, are you crying? I hope they're happy tears. You're crying there. That's a really nice message. Trust and follow through on a new business idea or career opportunity. So you can see that the little gnomes here are turning everything to gold. I don't know if it's very clear. Okay, so some of you are thinking about starting your own business. Some of you are thinking about following a new career opportunity that's more aligned to your heart. And you're going to see this more and more. It's amazing. Lots and lots of people are just quitting their 9-to-5 jobs so that they can do something that better matches who they've become, and following those soulful dreams that they've had maybe for many years but just didn't quite have the faith to do it. So that's another reason you could tie in with the faith card at the beginning of this live, that you need to have faith. You need to trust that your business idea is worthy. And by the looks of things, it's quite lucrative as well. Okay, let's pull another. So some of you are thinking about going into the healing arts, and that's a business idea as well. So you can take that as confirmation. Practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. The little fairy there is playing her little musical instrument. So whatever it is, maybe you're looking to become a channeler. Maybe you want to channel some kind of high energy. Maybe you want to channel ETs. Maybe you want to practice being an energy worker, working on people's body, working on people's energy, on their chakras. Maybe you want to practice music or some other creative skill. Understand that it's true, practice does make perfect, but you have to be persistent and you have to be consistent. And like I said, with myself, I have been working on people as a healer for it must be 24 years now, guys. You know, I'm 40, so I've been working directly with people, on people, for a long time, and that builds up that energetic muscle, and it helps you get better and stronger and clearer with the energies, and you get to a point where you're just it's so natural, you're so comfortable. Like you could plonk any person, any state, sit them down here with me, and I just have complete blind trust and faith in what I'm doing at this stage. But that does come with years and years of practice. And I mean, I wasn't always that confident. I had my fears and my lack of courage, and I had to work through that. So don't be afraid. You will work through those fears if your soul and heart and mind is really focused on becoming the best you can be at whatever that skill is that you are practicing, that you're learning. Okay. Somebody said, Jessica Aqua. How are you, Jessica? Hello. Please tell me, what is the meaning of werewolf chasing me in my dreams? Okay. Well, what I would get from that, Jessica, is the werewolf is representing some primal, repressed, wild part of your nature. There's something wild in your nature, something like a wildling part of yourself that you've denied, that you've pushed into the shadows, and it's chasing you because it's saying, you can no longer escape me, you can't run away from me, please acknowledge me and value me. So there's something in your wildness, in your free spirit, that is asking for you to pay attention. There's a message there. So only you will know what that is. You'll have to go deeper with that in yourself. Place your energy into the cards. This will be the last one, guys. Okay, here we go. Angels of Light, what messages have you got for my lovely viewers today or tonight? Oh my God, it's only 10 o'clock here. Okay, let's see. Beauty. Beauty. The outer world is a reflection of your inner, so focus on the beauty within yourself. your good qualities, your kindnesses, your gifts and talents. Remember that whatever you give attention to increases and grows. Everyone has some beauty in their soul, so seek it in others. Remind them of their qualities and you will illuminate them. Surround yourself with things and people with a beautiful vibration, for we are all influenced by that which is around us. As you tune more and more into the incredible wonder of yourself, others, and the planet, your resonance becomes that of beauty. Others will perceive the radiance of your soul and be touched by it. The affirmation is, I recognize my beauty and that of others. Okay, I think we'll have to wrap it up there, guys. Let me just check if there's anything else, any other questions. Blessings to you, Kat Erin Davis, and thank you so much. Werewolf, Jenny says, werewolf changes with moon energy, strengthens, hides otherwise. Okay, very good. Ita Banana, how are you? Hi, lovely to stumble upon the last few minutes live. Mila Bugus Makara Sulis, Ian Talk. Gura Mila Mahagat Makara Ma. Thanks, Jenny. Okay. What message will I leave you with? Allow this time, allow the next few days to be devoted to your inner child. Allow space to, who's this? Oh, Morgan. Hi, Avian, just caught last few minutes. Bright blessings to you. Oh, Happy New Year, Morgan. How are you? Allow yourself to experiment and explore something that you've denied. I actually did this about, I don't know, a couple of weeks before Christmas. I did some things that I had repressed, that I was afraid to do. I reached out, I communicated, I expressed myself in a way that I had been denying, that I had been afraid of. And I did it, but this is the key. You have to do it without any expectation. You have to do it from a place of freedom, from a place of being a free spirit, from a place of creativity and an appetite for adventure. And I did that. And now don't get me wrong, it terrified me. Like, I was literally shaking in my boots doing this. But it freed up. Like, when I got over the fear of it, hi Autistic Mystic. Hi, Austin. I know, this is so out of character for me to do this. Not because I didn't want to, but just because, honestly, lads, I am not a computer person. I'm old school, you know, I'm pen and paper. Like, I'm 40 years of age, people. I wasn't born into this stuff. Okay. Anyway, here we are. Lovely to see you, the Autistic Mystic, and Happy New Year to you. But yeah, I experimented, I explored, I did some things that really got me out of my comfort zone and that terrified me. And wow, I learned so much about myself in the last few weeks. I accessed parts of my shadow. I was able to tap into other parts of myself that I had been denying or that had been asleep. And it just opened up. It gave me a new perspective. It gave me a new understanding of things. And it gave me a new understanding of myself and the world. And it also helped me to see the shadows in myself that I was projecting onto other people. And it helped me to see people in a new light. It helped me to see the truth, which is very important. So I encourage you. January is a beautiful time to explore and to be vulnerable. And that's the thing. You have to give yourself permission to be vulnerable. And that's what I did. I gave myself permission to explore and not to have it all figured out, because I think for many of us, when we have perfectionism tendencies. We're afraid to do something that we might fall flat in our face, or it could go belly up, it could go wrong. And this was something that could go so wrong. But I just reached a point where I realized I couldn't afford to stagnate anymore. I couldn't afford to keep everything prim and proper in the box. That as we mature and as we spiritually expand our consciousness, there is a need to push things out, to push the boundaries, and to broaden what our life experience is going to be here. I think many people at this time, especially through the pandemic over the last 2 years, got really browned off with the mundane, with the daily grind of just ticking boxes, keeping up with the Joneses or the Kardashians, and realizing that they had lost the connection with an authentic life, and not even knowing what that is, reaching a point where they're like, I don't even know what that looks like. I don't even know what I want. And the only way to find out what you want, guys, is to explore. You have to try things. You have to put yourself into uncomfortable situations that will allow you to expand as a person and will allow you to actually find out what you don't want. Because when you know what you don't want, you can move towards what you actually do want. So be the scientist. Do experiments, try different things and ask yourself why. Why am I sticking to that formula when it doesn't work for me? Or what actually satisfies me now? Because as we move through the different cycles of life, and since 2012, these cycles are fast. They are speeding up. They are getting quicker and quicker every single year. I'm sure you can all testify to that. Like, these energies are speedy. So we're changing rapidly. We're actually clearing karma from 20, 30 lifetimes ago, and we're doing that in 2 years instead of actually fleshing that out. Things are not plodding along slowly anymore. Things are just moving. So I have to say, I'm really glad I had the courage and the strength to be an adventurer again and to explore things. And like I said, it's brought me such clarity. I can see the truth of situations, and I have a better understanding of myself and who I am. And it actually it gave me great self-compassion. It lit up my self-love again, and it helped me see things from a much more higher perspective. So if there's something you've been putting off, but it's niggling away, and it's something that in your heart of hearts that you want to explore, January is a lovely time to do that. It really, really is. One more thing I want to say before I go, and it's totally unrelated, but look, it's all related because we know it's all connected. The birds. I've always known this, and I've known this for a long time. Okay, sorry, Jenny, yeah, you have a message there for Jessica, so if you want to read that message, Jessica, from Jenny, that's for you. The birds. The birds, when they tweet, they're actually giving you light codes. And I've always known this, and I've always meant to do a video on it, and I haven't done it yet. Whenever you can, listen to the birds. Make time to sit back and listen to the birds. So in the morning, when you hear the birds outside your window, really tune in and listen to them, because they're actually expressing light codes. They are providing healing frequencies, healing sounds. Birds are beautiful spiritual messengers, and in so many different ways. And many of us know that when we see the red-breast robin, it's often somebody in spirit who's actually looking through the robin's eyes, um, to make sure that we're okay, and to check in with us, okay? Morgan, I know you have a connection with birds and robins. I can feel that this message might be very much for you. Yes, Jenny, yeah, you said your heart exploded, the birds, yes. So I have always loved bird song. I just think it just uplifts my energy. It absolutely, yes, Morgan, 100%. Yes, I know, I can feel you have a very strong connection with birds. I feel I do too. Some of you may have heard about avian souls. Avian, not Avian, not my name, but avian, Avian, as in bird. Like, and they're blue, and they're like half bird, like half human, or maybe not human, but they look half bird, half human. Oh, Judith, you love the message about the birds. Yes, yeah, I've been meaning to do a video on this, guys. I just haven't had the time, but I will flesh this out more. But just to say, pay attention to the bird song, the codes, they're all there and they're absolutely beautiful. But apart from lifting your mood, it's actually a free healing session. And that's why it breaks my heart when I see trees. I hate to see a tree be cut down. I do not like trees being cut down. The birds need the trees, okay? They really, really need places to be so that they can tweet away and sing their song and bring those healing light codes into the earth. Now, in the spring, when the birds get really, really busy and they have lots of light code, lots of song and light codes, and they tweet a lot, their codes are telling the trees, winter's over, come along, start to grow your leaves. And it's actually telling the earth to wake up. It's actually telling the earth that it's time to become conscious again and to start growing and to bring the color and the flowers and the leaves out again. So there's way more going on than just a pretty little song being sung by the birds. So please listen to the birds, pay attention to them. My mother always told me from the time I was very, very young that birds are messengers of spirit. And several times throughout my life, I've had a crow come a few times. One came into the kitchen one time and cawed at me. And as I tuned into the caw, I knew that they were telling me that there was going to be 2 deaths within the next 24 hours. And there were. I've had another time, another bird came and really looked me in the eye and cawed at me, and I knew it was warning me to avoid a certain person that was going to bring trouble into my life, and it did. And since my father passed and my aunt passed several times, the beautiful little robin redbreast, at the most pertinent times, like when I was moving last year and I was sobbing, carrying my stuff out to the car, the robin came right down, right at my feet and looked at me, and I knew that was my dad. I knew he was saying, you're going to be okay. I'm looking after you. You're strong. You can do this. So let me read some of your messages here before we wrap this up. I love this message about birds. Judith, yes, thank you. Marty, oh, how do I scroll that down? Marty Hum says, about 2 years ago, I discovered the hawk to be my spirit animal, an owl to be my shadow spirit and animal. All birds are very special to me. Yes, me too. Me too. And those of you on Telegram, I put a photo up of me with a beautiful hawk that I was literally walking back from the shop, and I met this man with this amazing bird sitting like on his arm, and let me hold the bird, which was amazing. So again, that was an important omen for me. Sunrise and birds are always so uplifting, says Cheyenne. A new day, a new gift. Absolutely. Karsten Schmucker, thank you. A lovely 2022 to all of you. Very nice. Kat says, I feed them every day with squirrels and a few mice, and I had a very special visit for a few months with a duck in my backyard. I was healing karma with Chiron. Oh, Wow, that's amazing, Kat. You've got lots of animal connection. Cheyenne says, the month before my mom died, oop, where's that gone? 2 pigeons stared at me through my window, and I remember thinking, what do they mean? But now I always get robins. Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. The birds are incredible spirit messengers. And if you are psychic, if you're an empath, if you're spiritually inclined, you can ask the birds for messages. And different birds mean different things. So you can look up the meaning, or you can also just trust that the bird that shows up, you'll get the message. It's like spirit will use the bird. This is what the angels told me. Spirit will use the bird to come to you to activate your ability to receive that message at the time. So it's about being in receptive mode, isn't it? Okay. Love your community. Thanks, Jenny. I love my community too. It's really nice. Morgan says, yes, definitely. Robins are messages from our loved ones. Was feeling a bit down on my birthday and was just uplifted when one popped along my path when was out for a walk, lifted my heart. Yeah, they really do. They really do lift the heart. The autistic mystic, can you guess my primary spirit animal? I honestly don't know what it is, but I feel it could be a bird. I think it's an eagle, Austin. I think you have a strong connection with the American eagle. That just came to me, so let me know if that resonates. Yeah, listen guys, it's like late here. It's late night, dark. We had lashing rain today. Kat says my spirit animal is a bear. Oh, lovely. Very nice. It's been so Baltically cold here in Dublin, Ireland. Pouring rain all day. But it's been a very creative, productive day for me. I am definitely ready to clock off and go to bed. I hope you enjoyed this live as much as I did. I had a lot of fun. I don't even know how to end this thing. But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, Austin, you are definitely the American eagle. I can just, spirit is like, eagle, it's there, it's there. Morgan, thank you, Avi. Do more of these. I will do more of these, yes. How to listen to a soul voice. That'll be for next time. More of these, please. Yes, Alfred. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hi, Alfred. How are you? It's so good to connect. Sleep well. This was a nice surprise. Listen, guys, you know me. This was totally impromptu. Oh my God, all the messages. Joy Coy, thank you for doing this. Blue Vibes, thank you. Happy New Year. You did great. Thanks. I'm afraid to look back on this. It's probably hilarious. But you know me, guys. I'm just in the moment, and I really am embodying that more and more as I get older. I'm really living in the present moment, and it frees up so much creative energy, you know. Impromptu is good. Thanks, Morgan. Talk to you again soon. Talk to you this surprise. Thanks for the surprise live stream. Yeah. I think as you expand your spiritual connection with your higher self, with your soul, you need to trust yourself more, and you need to be in the moment more. And the great thing about that is it frees up energy, and it allows you to be a free spirit, and it allows you to do things that you wouldn't do if you overanalyze and overthink things. So it's really important not to get analysis paralysis in life. And you know, when you're on your deathbed, guys, you're not going to look back and say, oh, I shouldn't have done that. You're going to say, I should have done that. I should have given that a go. I should have just, you know, put it out there and been open. And that's what I'm doing. Like, YouTube was never something I was comfortable doing. It's so outside my comfort zone, and still is. But look, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you guys if I wasn't just taking a creative chance and showing up in life and exploring. So if anything, I hope that this impulsive endeavor has inspired you in some way. And yeah, take that energy with you into the next week. Okay, thanks Bernard. Thanks everybody for all your fabulous messages. It's a lovely little group we have here. And thanks for all of you who are on Telegram and enjoy the podcast there. Sabrina, how are you, darling? Thank you so much, Sabrina. Hope things are going well. Thanks, Aveen. Yeah, thanks, Morgan. I'm just reading out the messages. We're connected and energy. Yes, thank you so much, Bernard. Okay, everybody, it's time for me to go to bed. All the love, angel blessings. Chat soon. Take care.